you down. You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you gotta stand up. Oh, you fight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they.
Oh, you fight.
In person is so much more beautiful.
You know that's just stuck to me.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast. Here at a bunch of Bull Studios as usual, and tonight I got a special guest me returning for the second time on the Marley State of Mind podcast. Not too often we get a second time returner.
Yeah.
We got my man with me, Malik Long, aka Dapper Cool.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? It's a pleasure to be here once again
Yes,
on
sir.
the world dopest podcast with the
Dopest
good brother,
podcast.
my star Malik.
Yes, sir. We in the building, huh?
Yes, indeed.
I like to kick it off saying how I was introduced to the artist. If y'all seen the last one, certainly seen it on there. But if you haven't seen the last one, make sure y'all go check that out anyway.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I was able to see you perform live. I want to say it was at Rock Till Morning was the first time I actually got a chance to see you perform live.
Yeah, that was like a couple years ago. So.
Yeah, that was a few years ago now.
I miss that place, man.
Oh, so do I. Such a great environment, such a great entertainment they provided.
Yeah.
Such a great space they provided, safe space. You never had to worry about no nonsense going on. It was all about the artistry and the artists, and everyone in there came to do their thing and respected the place and the venue. And shout out to Rel and Monica for keeping that going on and doing what they could, especially during the time, like you said, that was even around pandemic time where it was real difficult for artists to have places to go to and really showcase their talents, but they found a way to make that possible for artists like yourself, artists like myself, to find a place to collaborate, to let our skills be exposed to a live audience. So shout out to them. And making opportunities like this happen as well, right?
Oh,
That
yeah,
you and I were able to join together, and you yourself also have a podcast.
Yes, I do. The Cool Podcast with the Cool Brother. I just did an interview 3 hours ago. Also, I had him on my podcast.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. Exactly that.
So go follow my podcast on Spotify and other digital platforms. The Cool Podcast with the Cool Brother.
That's
Every
right.
episode that I have on there is on there, up and uploaded, and go listen to the interview I did with this good brother, talented good brother. It was a great time, and I would love to have you back on my podcast, Return the Favor, one day.
Yes, absolutely, man. Whenever you're ready for me, I'd love to be a part of that once again. So I do appreciate you from opening up your space to me and making that collaboration happen.
Yeah.
Now I notice a thing that you do at your shows, you like to kick off some acapella stuff whenever you're performing.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Malik's a R&B singer. Is that safe to say? That's safe to say. That's a genre.
Yes.
And you like to bring that soulfulness of the R&B and you kick it off with acapella.
Yeah, I try my best, good brother. My best.
What made you go that route? What made you decide to do acapellas? Because that's you really got to have the skills to accomplish that, and it's a lot of pressure when doing that. What made you decide to take that lane whenever you started your performances?
Well, I just feel like I feel more comfortable doing it. It's my comfort zone.
Okay.
I want people to know that this is me. This is my voice singing. Now, when I'm talking right now, I got a deep ass voice.
Right.
But when I'm singing, it's completely different. I don't want people to think, oh, he's pulling a Milli Vanilli. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always start my performances with
You want people to hear your natural voice.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure. And, you definitely, the moniker Dapper Cool certainly suits you, because the first time I see you perform, you was, dressed to the nines, man. Was that intentional?
Oh, that was intentional, yes. That was intentional, and also intentional, and that's just who I am. When I perform, I always dress in the hats and the 3-piece, 2-piece suits, or a dress shirt and dress pants. That's just who I am. I like.
What inspired that?
Actually, one of my uncles, my uncle Derek, he's from Philly, just like me. He had a clique called GQ back in the 70s.
Okay.
And I think 60s and 70s.
Right.
And every time they meet up, they always had the sharpest threads, the 3-piece suits, and with the butterfly collar back in the 70s. And you know, and I saw how he dressed, and you know, I was inspired to dress like he did, you know. So I just want to shout out to my Uncle Derek. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Derek for sure.
Yes, thank you for inspiring me to dress the way I dress. You know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be dressing in the 3-piece suits and the hat.
Wouldn't be the Dapper Cool that we know today, huh?
Correct. Yes, sir. Correct.
Yeah, that definitely stood out as funny because I seen you at another performance and you were dressed down. You weren't performing, but you were a spectator. You were dressed down. I wasn't even sure it was you. I was like, damn. I was like, that look like Malik, but I don't want to say nothing to bro and be the wrong individual or something.
Yeah,
I wasn't even used to you being dressed down like that, like you are today, man.
Yeah.
It was something to get used to. So
that's what a lot of people be saying. Like, damn, I ain't recognizing you because every time I see you out, you always be dressing up. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my off day.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I didn't even know it was you.
Yeah.
I felt bad after I realized. I was like, damn, I ain't even say nothing to cuz he right there, and
No, that's cool. Good.
But yeah, man. So you mentioned being from Philly. You mentioned your uncle's influence on your dressing style, but the Philly sound is something that's known worldwide. And
Oh yeah, of course.
you know, you have cats like Boys the Men being some of the most notable, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the Philly sound, were you influenced by the whole Philly sound?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Boys
Yeah.
and Men, you know, the Stylistics,
Mhm.
Patti LaBelle,
Yeah,
Phyllis Hyman,
yeah, yep.
Jill Scott, you know, the Neo Soul craze,
The
Jill
neo
Scott,
soul, yeah, for sure.
Music Soul Child. Yeah, Philly, you know, was the place to be in the 70s with the sound of Philadelphia, just like, you know, Pittsburgh got a rich history of jazz, you know.
Yeah.
It was like that with Philly in R&B with the 70s, the sound of Philadelphia, you know, Gamble and Huff, they wrote classics like If You Don't Know Me By Now by Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Teddy Pendergrass, the OJs, you name it. You know, mostly the R&B that was happening in the 70s was influenced by the sound of Philadelphia. So,
Yeah, man, that's important to note, and that's important to talk about. And
yeah.
you know, a lot of people don't realize that, or don't have that knowledge and education, realizing how deep the history of the Philadelphia R&B scene goes, and how many artists still to this day, you know, some of the artists that you name are still going strong to this day. You know, some people don't realize that those individuals are from Philly and come from that rich history that Philadelphia has provided. And it's almost to be rivaled with like Motown, you know, the whole Motown sound. So
Just like Motown in the 60s, it was all about the sound of Philadelphia in the 70s.
that's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yes.
So now I know we talked a little bit off camera. You know, you've been up to a lot since the last time I seen you. It seems like acting has been something that you picked up along the way. How did that come about for you, man? I know we know about the singing, but the acting's relatively new. What made you decide to step your foot into that arena?
You know, I just figured I'd give it a shot. You know, I did a couple acting gigs. I was a background actor for Mayor of Kingstown. I think you was too, right?
No, I wasn't in that one.
Did you do any acting gigs?
No, unfortunately not. No.
Oh wow. But yeah, I was Mayor of Kingstown, American Rust. Did a couple of local movies. One local movie that stood out for me was called Escape. Was directed by Miss Tara J. You know, Tara Jackson, aka Miss Tara J. Shout out to Miss Tara J. You know, she from Hot Mag Online Radio.
Yes, sir.
She actually directed the film, and she plays an inmate going on a killing spree while I was her crooked lawyer. I knew what I knew what she was doing, but I looked the other way.
You was
as long
complicit.
as they pay me. Yeah, as long as they pay me. So I looked the other way. As long as they pay me, I won't say nothing. So, but you know, I had a great time shooting that film. I actually currently I'm shooting a short film titled After the Call, which is inspired and based on my single Call Me. I just wrapped up very first video of my single Call Me. I just wrapped that up, and then After the Call, that's based off of the single.
Off of the single. Wow, how'd you put that together? That's pretty dope, actually. So you have a short film.
Yeah.
Based off, so instead of going with a video, you decided to do a short film?
Well, I did the video and then the short film.
Wow.
The video is finished. It's wrapped up. It's going to be available later on this month. So I was pretty excited about it. I was actually nervous because it was my first time shooting the video. And plus,
right.
had a leading lady. I was nervous, you know, making sure she'll feel comfortable, making sure I feel comfortable. But it was good though. I'm really enjoying it. Yes, sir.
No, that's incredible, man. So I like the where did the idea come from to do the short film in relation to the song?
Actually, my homeboy Andre Harriet, aka D-Dadification, shout out to him. He actually directed. He actually came up with the idea of shooting the short film.
Okay.
Because he's directing the short film, and he directed the video. He's also on a remix to the song "Call Me." He's
Okay,
also on
awesome.
the remix. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he actually came up with the idea of a short film, and I thought he was joking at first. I'm like, you joking, right? He said, no, I'm serious. I said, okay, let's go for it. And we did a couple of scenes this past, this past Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible, man.
Yes.
So we can expect the single's already released. Call Me.
Yeah, the singles,
That's
yeah.
already released on all platforms for people to go check out.
Mhm.
Tell them how to get to that.
You can find my music, Call Me, and all my other music on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, every major streaming platform. So
And they can find you under Dapper Cool, Malik Long.
they can find me on YouTube. Just type in Malik Long on YouTube, Malik Long Topic. You'll see all my music there. And yeah, and you can subscribe and tune in and
Yeah, make sure y'all do that, man. Make
Yeah.
sure y'all subscribe.
Mhm.
Y'all check out the music. Y'all check out the music and the videos sure to follow,
Yeah.
along with the short film.
Yes.
So how did the acting even come about, man? What was you said the Mayor of Kingston was the first one?
Yeah, they that was back in 2022. I followed a page. I forgot the name of the page on Facebook, and they was looking for extras, and
Okay.
I emailed them, and
Have you always had an interest in acting before, prior to that, or was it just something you did on a whim?
something I did on a whim.
Okay.
And they I emailed them, and they contact me back and said be on set at such and such, and it was pretty neat, and the days are long. I remember one time I was on set from 10 in the morning to 12 at midnight.
Wow.
Yeah, and another one from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Yeah, long days.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting, shooting the scene over and over again, making sure everything is okay. And just like with the video Call Me and the short film, just making sure everything okay. Sometimes, I'll be forgetting my lines, and
Right.
it's tedious, but it's well worth it.
Now, did it exceed your expectations, what you had going into acting, or was it kind of what you expected? Where did it fall? Like, what was your vision for it prior to you actually getting the set the first time to the last time, as opposed to what the reality is?
Truthfully, I ain't had no vision. I didn't know what to expect.
Okay. That's fair.
I just decided to go for it. So
Right.
yeah, just gotta go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now, has singing and performing live in any way prepared you for the crossover into acting?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you see a lot of similarities in the two?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I definitely do. Cause with performing, singing, I get nervous, but once I hit that stage,
Yeah.
it all disappears. Just like with the when I go on camera, it all disappears. So yes.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I always felt that performance art is just that.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to performing on stage. It prepares you a lot for different aspects of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be public speaking, whether it be acting, or different things like that.
Right.
Even writing music. I heard Ice Cube once said, someone told him if you write music, you can write a script.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he got into the whole filmmaking kind of world. So a lot of these things go hand in hand. Acting, performing arts in general, it's just something that they're two worlds combined. And people don't realize how strong of an influence music has on film.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Even just background scores that you hear.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't realize you take that music out of there, the scary movie's not nearly as scary
Right.
without the music.
Yeah.
Building the anticipation.
Yeah. The music enhances the scene.
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes, sir.
100%. So yeah, you got into the acting. You said you did the Mayor of Kingstown. What was some of the other films that you were able to be a part of? Tara J film,
Terry J film
Escape.
Escape. I did my fault. I did a couple of local films with Nels D. Shout out to Nels D. I did Unsung Birds with him. Unsung Birds. Did a series called Off Man that's available on Grind City TV. Shout out to K Bay. And also Grind City not only Grind City TV but also on Tubi as well. No, I'm sorry, Roku TV. Unsung Birds, Off Man, No Talking, and No Safe Zone. All were directed by Nels D.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Nels D. He's a
Yeah, that's a lot.
talented dude. Yeah.
You definitely got your chops in the acting scene, huh?
Yeah.
Now, have you gone back and watched these films and different things you've been a part of, and
Oh yeah.
kind of like for critique and
Yeah.
learning purposes?
Yeah, for sure. Like with the No Safe Zone, I mean it was cool, but I was just, obviously I was nervous, and plus with No Safe Zone and Unsung Birds and Escape, all the lines were improv.
Okay,
So with Off Man,
wasn't a lot of preparation that went into it. Yeah.
with Off Man, Nels gave me the script. These are the lines you say, and I said it just like with after the call. De-identification said this is what you say, and all that. Which is good because I don't have to improvise or anything.
Do you prefer it that way?
What?
To have the stuff in front of you as opposed to the improvising.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure, man. No, it sounds like you definitely got your chops in there. Now, do you plan to do more acting? How do you feel about the acting? Is this something that you're starting to take more serious? Are you starting to become more passionate about?
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, with my schedule with work and all that, when the opportunity arises and I'm off or I don't have to work, yeah, I'll give it a more shot. But my main goal, my main passion will forever be singing and performing.
Yeah.
Acting is cool. If it happens, it happens. But my main focus is singing and performing.
Performing, yeah, for
number
sure.
one. It's number one.
No, I get that for sure. Now, you also do the podcast. What made you want to get into the podcast world?
Oh yeah, my associates, Christopher Adamson and Alfred Prasad. Shout out to those two brothers. They did a podcast called the Rap Lab podcast based out of I think they from Queens, New York.
Okay.
So I was listening to their podcast, and then the light bulb hit me. Ding. I decided to start a podcast, and then I titled it "The Cool Podcast with the Cool Brother." This was back in the
We're gonna put the light bulb above you.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that in the post edit.
Yeah.
I'm lying. We ain't
Hey,
gonna do it. No, go ahead.
But yeah, I did that. My very first episode back in September of 2020. That was during the pandemic, and it's been going ever since.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. A lot of people been asking me to be on the podcast, and I've been looking for people to be on the podcast. So
Right.
yeah, it's pretty neat.
No, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Now, when you were living in Philadelphia,
Mm-hmm.
and on a music scene, were you on the music? Were you pursuing music at that time when you were living in Philly?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was just, working and going to college, and and I wasn't even thinking about music at the time.
Really?
Really. I when I graduated from high school, that's when I decided to take vocal lessons. Cause when I was in
Were you always a
elementary
fan? Were you always a fan of music?
Yeah, I was a fan of music. Oh yeah, no, for sure, I was a fan of music. But I was extremely shy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was extremely shy, and music and performing brought out that confidence in me, and it eliminated the shyness. Because when I was in elementary school, I was in a choir, but after elementary school, I outgrew it. But then I found my love for music and singing again. So after high school, I decided to take vocal lessons, and I've been taking vocal lessons ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what have you taken away from those vocal lessons? Tell upcoming artists, or someone who else might be watching this that's
Mm-hmm.
aspiring to sing. How have the vocal lessons helped you? What was one of the biggest takeaways that you got from taking vocal lessons?
Um,
How did it prepare you for your life in music as an artist?
just I would say practice on it. You know, even when you don't take vocal lessons, just practice on your craft. You know, perfect your craft. You know, just keep at it. Don't give up. Yeah, there'll be times that you think you're not doing good enough or you're not good enough, but don't give up. If you want to sing or you want to learn how to sing and you got a voice and you want to take vocal lessons, go for it. You know, just perfect your craft because singing is a beautiful thing. It's hard work because you got to make sure to breathe properly and make sure to enunciate, you know, say the words properly when you singing and obviously breathing, you know, breathe for your diaphragm and you know, yeah, just do those things. You continuously and constantly do those things, you'll get great at it, good at it.
Yeah, man, and I think it's beautiful that we live in an age now. You have YouTube and you know
Yeah.
free access to things that can give you those tools. You can learn different vocal exercises,
Yeah.
different breathing techniques, different things that you
Yeah.
can do to, like you said, perfect your craft. And
Mhm.
you don't even have to go to a professional necessarily,
No.
but you get professional
Mhm.
experience and help. You know, through
Mhm.
these different avenues and channels,
Yeah.
such as YouTube that
Mhm.
you know provide these different services for you. And you know, and like you said, if you really take your craft serious, yeah, don't invest in yourself. Go ahead and get those vocal lessons, get those vocal coaches, have someone teach you how to use your voice as a instrument,
Right.
because essentially that's what's happening, right?
Yeah, yeah. The voice, the voice is an instrument. It's
Right.
probably the most fragile instrument in my opinion because it's the voice, and you want to make sure you take good care of it. You know, like for me, before I perform, before I sing, you know, I don't talk. I talk to a minimum, and of course, drink water, room temperature water. You don't want to drink cold water. Stay away from dairy. Stay away from smoke. You know, and of course drink your herbal tea, throat coat. I prefer throat coat herbal tea, of course with honey. You know, when I'm on the stage, I take my bottle of water to make sure you know the voice is continuously doing well. So that's why I drink the room temperature water to make sure the vocal cords are lubricated. So yeah, just as tips
It's
for
important to
those.
take care of your voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tips for y'all. You know, if you before you perform, you know, make sure you drink your tea with honey. Make sure you have a room temperature water and don't speak. You know, after speak after you finish performing, but don't speak before you perform. And if you do speak, keep it to a minimum, or don't speak at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't realize these are the things you have to do, especially if you become a road artist where you're doing back to back dates. It's even more important to
Right.
take care of your vocal cords and make sure that you're resting your instrument as much as possible and
Yeah.
taking care of your instrument as much as possible. Like you said, it can be very fragile, and some people might neglect just how fragile it can be and how important it is to really take care of your instrument.
Yeah. Right.
I've been on the road with touring R&B artists or singing artists, and they're very serious about their regimen, and especially their pre-show rituals, like you said, drinking a tea, doing different vocal exercises, different things like that, and really making sure that your instrument is tuned up and ready to perform. It's such an important part of what a music artist does.
Yeah. No question. So it's very important, very vital. So
Yeah.
very important indeed.
Now, you said you got the single "Call Me."
hmm
Um, what was the inspiration for the single "Call Me"?
Actually, I didn't write the song. Actually, um, the good brother Mario Quinn Lyles,
Oh
Mario
yeah,
Quinn. Yeah.
yeah. I think we spoke about that a little bit on the last episode. Yeah,
Yeah, he actually wrote the song. Shout out to him.
for sure.
Yeah, Love Up Studios, and also it was produced by my man Kevin Lee, aka Cash Mooney. Shout out to him as well. So that's probably my most popular single, probably my signature song because people always come up to me and say, "Yo, man, I love Call Me, man," and they just love the single, and some people had it on their stories on Facebook. So I would say "Call Me" is definitely my popular single for sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out Mario
Yeah.
Quinn,
Shout out
Level
to
Up
him.
Studios. That's another excellent platform that allows artists to perform, and
Mhm.
they do the youth classes with the dancing as well as the adult classes with the dancing. Even had the studio up there where they were offering free studio time to the youth and stuff. So not only they're providing a platform for people to perform, but they're also performing a community service, and those things are important that we acknowledge individuals like that who are making a difference. Especially, it's right in tune of what we have going on with you. How did you and Mario end up hooking up to collaborate on that song?
I just asked him, can he write me a song? He said, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
Okay.
he showed me. He did he sung on the demo, and
Gave you a reference track.
yeah, the rough track demo track, and then about a day later, went to Level Up Studios and recorded the song there, and I was just following his lead, and it was done.
Have you heard him perform or sing prior to that? What made you think to reach out to him to collaborate with?
Well, I was at a competition, a showcase competition, and one of the judges was DJ Chevy. Shout out to DJ Chevy. He said, go seek out people to write songs, and I took his message seriously. And that same night at the showcase, the competition, that's when I reached out to Mario, and he said, yeah, sure, I would love to. So
Wow, no, that's great that you mentioned that. So you did a showcase. During the showcase, you were giving some advice about ways to improve your performance and improve your set, and you actually were able to make use of it, and it turned out to be one of the biggest things of your career. Through that. So the reason I mentioned that and emphasize that is because so many people undervalue these showcases and events where they may not be for a big audience, but it is a showcase for you to maybe get another opportunity or what may have you. People undervalue these things, and you can get a lot from these type of experiences because music is such a place of networking and finding individuals and seeing people who can, maybe not in that moment give you any direct help, but maybe some indirect help like you received from DJ Chevy saying, find an individual who can write for you or collaborate with someone who can write. And, when you get that advice and you meet those individuals, it could turn out to pay for you in twofold. And it sounds like for you, it certainly did.
Definitely did. Yes, definitely.
Now, have you and Mario worked on anything else since then?
We prior to Call Me, we did a song called Ride All Night. He wrote that as well, and it was also produced by Kevin Lee, aka Cash Mooney. He actually, Mario actually singing on the track with me. So
okay,
yeah, that's available. That's available on all major streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, you name it. Yeah.
No, absolutely, no, that's dope, man. I love when I hear about artists collaborating and good things coming out of it, because a lot of people would be too cool for themselves and don't want to work with other artists, or might be too proud to go to another artist and ask for help and a contribution or a true collaboration because they don't want to be seen as the lesser artist, if you will. But I love it when guys are humble and they don't mind working together with other artists, because a lot of good music is made that way,
right?
Through true collaborations,
right?
I mean, that's what you were able to achieve with Mario.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. So definitely, shout out to, like I said, shout out to Mario. He's a good brother and very talented. So yeah, shout out to him. So yeah.
So you said you weren't doing the music in Philly. I was going to ask you to compare the Philly music scene to the one that you experienced in Pittsburgh, but I guess that wouldn't be a fair question, seeing how you didn't really do music in the Philly scene. Have you been back to perform in Philly since you started making music?
No. I mean, I don't know how the Philly music scene is, because I don't live there no more. But I'm pretty sure it's still thriving. But I never got the opportunity to perform in Philly, since I lived up here, Although I had my very first performance back in Philly back in 2004.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, at this place called the Clef Club of Philadelphia. It's like a jazz club. But, that was my very first very first performance. And,
your introduction into the whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yes.
For sure. So now you're doing music, you're making the singles and all of that. Now, is it planned to continue to make singles, or are you making these singles in the direction of towards an album?
I definitely want to do an album for sure. I definitely want to do the album, or EP. You know, I just want to do some more songs, and you know, I know that's cost money, but
Yeah.
yeah. But I definitely want to do an EP or an album before you know, not before the year's end, but next year. You know,
Something to kick off the year too.
yeah, God willing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, how many singles do you have released for the people to date?
I think 6.
6 singles currently.
Yeah.
So that's damn near EP. So if y'all really want to go ahead and tune into the Cool Brother, tell them one more time how to get a hold of some of that music that you got going on.
Yeah, just find me on Spotify, Malik Long. If you got Apple's, iTunes, Malik Long, SoundCloud, Malik Long, YouTube, type in the search engine Malik Long topic. So yeah.
And how about if they want to reach out to you on social media, if there's producers who might want to send you some music, or if there's artists who might want to collaborate with you?
Yeah, Facebook, Malik Long, Instagram, Cool Malik 82. Now, I deactivated that page because I'm taking a break from Instagram, but if you want to hit me up, Malik Long, Facebook. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, man.
Yeah.
And you know, you down here at the dopest podcast, the world's dopest podcast, the Marley State of Mind podcast, down here at a bunch of Bull Studios as per usual. And I'm here with the Cool Brother, the Dapper Brother,
Yes,
Malik Long, man, for sure.
I ain't dapper right now. I'm just in chill mode.
He's just in chill mode right now, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, we mentioned the Dapper style with the performances, and you know, of course, the style being smooth to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for you, going through the vocal lessons and things like that, did it take some time to find your style and to kind of find where you wanted to fit into this whole thing of music?
Oh yeah, it definitely took a while. You know, it
Like
definitely
trial
took
and
a while.
error?
Yeah, trial and error. Like when I did these shows in the past, and I was performing, and the artists, the hip hop artists, they was dressed in casual with the baseball caps and jerseys and boots, Timbs and whatnot. Here I am in my suit on. I'm like, am I in the right place?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Did you find that to be intimidating at times?
oh yeah, found it to be intimidating. Plus, you know, at first I was saying to myself, maybe I'm out of place. Maybe I don't belong on stage with these with the hip hop artists. You know, because you know they might think like, what's he doing here? Why he dressed in a suit? This ain't no R&B show. This ain't like a church performance. You know, like yeah. That at first it was intimidating, but then I realized that I can only be me.
Right.
I can only be me, my
Right.
authentic, real self.
How was the reception? How did people receive you whenever you did perform and you were in these type of venues where it may be mainly hip hop?
Yeah,
Was it pretty accepting?
Yeah, pretty accepting. Mostly good. Mostly
Yeah.
good. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly
Now,
good.
were you able to like navigate through those events and do some networking
Oh yeah,
at those
yeah.
events?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Some of those artists that I performed with, you know, there was a guest on my podcast. So
Oh,
yeah.
dope. Yeah.
Yeah, like yourself,
Yeah.
Ruzy Roo, who else? Mr. Trell, Barbados Black,
Yeah, man.
Brother Man, Jay Shantae, Annie Mae, D-Dification, you know, just to name a few.
Yeah, man. Just to name a few. Shout out all those artists who were a part of those shows and a part of the Cool Brothers podcast, man.
Yes, and also I want to give a special shout out to my MDMA family, Ira Soul, P. Michelle, Boss Lady, D-Dification, Make It Make Sense Michelle, myself, and also I want to shout out to my mentor, Mr. AJ, for Triple Crown Artistry. So shout out to those names, those folks that I just mentioned. Yeah, shout out to y'all.
Now, is that a R&B collective you're a part of?
Well, the MDMA it's was created by Boss Lady, P. Michelle. I call her Boss Lady because she is the boss. She created that MDMA. So we got me, myself, Iris Soul. We're vocalists. D-Dification and Make It Make Sense is a hip hop artist, and P. Michelle, Boss Lady, she's a singer. So yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's very dope. Now, what are you guys working on together as a collaborative? Are you doing projects and singles? What type of things are you guys working on as a collaborative?
Well, this month on the 29th, we going up to Youngstown to perform for a toy drive in Youngstown, Ohio.
For sure, yeah, hell yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
I love that.
yeah, no doubt. I think it's from 8 to 11, I believe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Now, who are some of your influences? Now, we mentioned the Philly sound, the Boys and Men, and things like that. Who were some of your influences coming up in R&B? Who are some of your favorite R&B artists?
Oh yeah, that's simple. That's easy. The Temptations, New Edition, the OJs, SWV, Escape, Aretha Franklin. Now vocally, who influenced me is Ralph Tresvant from New Edition, Smokey Robinson, and Michael Jackson and Eddie Kendricks.
Oh, nice, man. Those are very dope artists indeed. No, some of my favorite artists as well. Um, do you have like a favorite male vocalist or favorite female vocalist?
Favorite male vocalist. If I had to choose one,
You only get one.
only get one.
Only
I
get one.
got a lot of favorites, but if I had to choose just one, it would definitely be Smokey Robinson.
Ooh, Smokey's a good one.
Yeah.
Smokey was an incredible writer too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Smokey wrote plenty of hits, huh?
Back in the Motown days, '60s, Temptations.
Yeah, man.
I think the Supremes, Mary Wells. So
For sure.
Yeah, he wrote a lot
He
of
wrote
classics.
some hits.
Yes.
What about female vocalists? Who's your favorite female vocalist?
I would say Aretha Franklin. God rest her soul.
Okay.
The Queen of Soul.
You like Aretha?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my favorite female vocalist probably is Anita Baker.
Okay. Yeah.
I love me some Anita Baker.
Yes.
She got that smooth,
Classic.
that male's difficult, man. I mean, female's not easy either. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
male's difficult, man. There's so many great vocalists. I love Ron Isley.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, Mr. Biggs, man. He got that, you know what I mean, he got that sound. I know you mentioned a lot of groups. It sounds like there aren't any like solo artists that you're a big fan of?
Well, solo artists like male or female?
Male or female, yeah. I know you named like SWV and New Edition and
like today, today or just in general?
Anytime.
Well, of course, Smokey, I already said him, but of course, I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. As far as
you did say Mike,
as far as the rest of the R&B, male R&B vocalists, I would say there's so many of them.
so many.
Neo, Joe, Genuine, Keith Washington, Teddy Pendergrass. It's so many to name, good brother. So many to name.
Do you like a lot of the modern R&B?
Oh yeah. My favorite, actually, one of my favorite artists of today is October London.
Okay.
Yeah. His voice, it just reminds me of Marvin Gaye. Like when you listen to him, it just if you close your eyes, you would think Marvin Gaye is reborn.
Yeah.
He sound vocally, they sound so similar not similar, identical to each other. Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my homies at work, and he was like, "Man, I can't listen to this new age R&B. They don't really be talking about it. It ain't the same no more."
Right.
How do you feel about the direction of modern R&B and some of these modern artists? Do you think that it still has the same soul as before, or what are your thoughts on?
No, I don't think it has the same soul, but as far as here in Pittsburgh, R&B is pretty good. There's a couple of male R&B singers I dig. Ira Soul being one of them.
Yeah.
Landon Thomas.
Yep.
The good brother T. Himes, Alan J. Quentin James, Hakeem Rashid. As far as the R&B for women in the city, I would say Jasmine Leonard, Sherelle Unique. Who else? Jay Shantae. That's the ones I can think of as far as women on the top of my head.
Yeah, don't nobody be offended. He ain't mentioned. He might not have just
Yeah.
thought of it in the moment. So
Yeah,
I know
my
people be getting
apologies.
mad.
My apologies.
People get mad their names don't come up.
Yeah, so but yeah, shout out to the of course, Annie Mae. Yeah, shout out to those artists that I mentioned that's keeping R&B alive in the city. So
Yeah, for sure, man. I know. I think it's all out there for you now, man. I think that modern R&B is good and it's in good hands. I think there's a lot of cool artists that are still doing some dope things. I really like Bryson Bryson Tiller's dope.
yeah.
I really like Brent Fayez is dope to me. There's a lot of modern R&B that I get into. DVSN. There's so much good stuff out there. You just got to be willing to find it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, they obviously the radio is going to push what they want to push, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't even listen to the radio no more with the inventive streaming services. I pretty much just listen to
Yeah.
what I want to listen to, and it's
Yeah.
dope whenever I stumble on something that I wasn't familiar with or I'm not familiar with. But local R&B scene is really strong, and it's highly underrated. People don't realize how many artists are active in the R&B scene. You know, and you name some. Sammy Ray's super dope as well.
Samurai. Yeah, Samurai.
She's super dope as well.
Yeah, I forgot about her, Samurai.
Like you said, Ira's hella dope, man. My man AJ Rock, man. I don't know what you've been up to, but AJ Rock is an incredible vocalist. And there's just so many dope artists on the Pittsburgh scene that people should recognize, and I think that's a dope thing about the hip hop scene in the Pittsburgh area, or the music scene in the Pittsburgh area is there's so much versatility.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't matter what you like or what you want to listen to. You can certainly find it on that scene. But you know the thing about hip hop or music in general is there is no minor league in music. You know what I mean? As soon as you put out a record, you're competing with the big boys. You're competing with whomever has music out at the time. You know what I mean? You competing with the biggest artists that they have at the time, so you have to approach it in that way and make sure you do it in that way. And with the internet being what it is now, you never know who may hear your music or who may take a liking to it, and all of a sudden, boom, you're out of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're bigger than the sky.
Yeah, no question, no doubt.
Now, for you, cool brother, what can we expect upcoming from you?
What
What can we look out for?
Well, I'm going to continue on shooting scenes for my short film After the Call. Later on this month, actually Thanksgiving night, I will be co-hosting the King and Queen of Pittsburgh competition event. I will be a guest host. It's with Lisa Lease. Shout out to Lisa Lease.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna be co-hosting with her. You know, it's her event. So that's why I'm going to be doing hosting. And then the next day I'll be in Youngstown, Ohio, performing with my MA people.
Very dope.
In Youngstown. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
man.
So that's going to be happening pretty soon. Later this month.
Later this month, yeah, for sure, man. So if y'all in the area, Youngstown area, make sure y'all get out there and support them folks, man.
Yeah, no
They
doubt.
out here doing big things.
No doubt.
Y'all should definitely be a part of that, man. And whoever's tuning in right now, we appreciate y'all on the live stream, man, checking us out.
Is there
what's
comments over there? Comments right there? Or?
No, that's just a banner.
Okay. No, on the side.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, that's just regular stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
No.
Cool.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in. But we can see y'all out there. We know that y'all are watching us on the world's dopest podcast,
Yes.
the Marley State of Mind podcast.
Yes.
I got the cool brother Malik Long, Dapper Cool with me tonight, man.
Yes. Pleasure to be on once again, man.
Man, I appreciate you joining me.
No doubt, good brother. No
you
doubt.
know, and whenever you got something going on, you releasing music or material, and you know you want to do a promo run. I hope we're a part of that.
Yeah.
Down here at the Bunch of Bull Studio, man. Our intent is always to make good content for artists and try to be a platform that artists can express themselves. And one of my goals is to be a place where people can get to know the artists better. So if they didn't know you before, they can get to know a little bit about you and you know, get some invested interest in you.
Right.
You know, so they can really be a part of this journey that we're doing, because it's so difficult in a world, the microwave world, where everybody wants things in 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they may see an Instagram reel of you or a Facebook reel or whatever type of reel of you for 60 seconds, but they don't get to know the real you.
Right, exactly.
You know,
instant gratification.
Instant gratification. Everybody wants it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's about nowadays.
Absolutely.
But no, I wanna be, you know, long form platforms for individuals to get to know the audience, and the audience to get to know that individual, and I think once they get to know you and they tune into what you got going on, they can't help but to love it and want to be invested in it. So,
right.
you know, shout out to you.
Thank you.
And you're one of the ones, and let me not let that moment slip away. You're one of the artists that I see, people that I see that give real support.
Oh yeah,
genuine support. You know, you don't mind helping someone's cause, and I think a lot of people have a problem with doing that because they think that it takes something away from them.
Right.
If they give something to someone else.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, nobody can deny. You know, I mean to toot my own horn. I am one of the biggest supporters in this city. You know, if somebody, you know, whether I share their endeavors or, you know, somebody hit me inbox, say, hey, can you share this? Yeah, I don't mind. If there's a performance or event, you know, I'll come out and show my support, you know. So yeah, I'm very big on that. I think it's very important. Like
what makes you not what drives you to do that sort of thing? What drives you to support the local artists and the local scene?
Because I just want to see this city win. You know,
right.
I just want to see the artists that's perfecting their craft and putting in the work win. You know, I just want to see that because it makes me happy. Like, I put a stat on Facebook not too long ago. I'd rather be more excited about an artist that's a local artist than an artist that's in the mainstream. Because when that local artist hit the mainstream, I can look back and say to myself, man, I remember when they first started out.
Right.
So yeah.
You have more of an invested interest. That invested interest we're talking about, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No question.
No, for sure. No, and that's one of the things I noticed, and I definitely didn't want to let this segment end without me pointing out that fact that you know, you are a genuine individual and you do support local artists despite, you know, despite anything that you have going on.
Right.
You don't allow that to interfere with the fact that you want to support someone else and what they have going on.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of people get that twisted. Like I said, they think if they give something to you, that's taking something away from them.
Right.
When that's not the case. You know
No,
what I mean?
not
Especially
at all.
when it's free to share,
Yeah.
to like and comment.
Yeah.
You know, those things come very cheap. So why not do it to
Yeah.
support someone? You don't know how much that means to them.
Yeah.
When you're able to validate their work like that.
Like, when I post something on my page, you know, I say share if you like, and you know, and I'm grateful for people that share my stuff because they don't have to. You know, I don't get bent out of shape if they don't. But
Right, exactly.
I just say, hey, you know, I got this coming up or such and such. Share if you like giving them the option to share or, you know, not to share. But if they do share, I'm grateful. I'm appreciative because they don't have to do it.
Right.
So yeah.
100%.
And also. Shout out to my good brother Esquire Harris from the Black Tea Brown Sugar Network. He said, when you show up for other artists, you showing up for yourself as well.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, no doubt. So
No,
I
that's
truly
it.
believe that.
No, that's a real statement. When you're showing up for other artists, you're showing up for yourself, and other artists know that, notice that, and that's one of the things I always try to do at shows. Whenever I attend, is to be front and center on upstage. I want to give artists the same respect I would want, and I think that's a lot of what people tend to forget in today's time. Is the golden rule: treat others the way that you want to be treated.
Yeah, and also an example. I'm actually going to a listening party by talented good brother. He's a creator of Lame Gang, Tsunami Fly Mitchell. You heard of him?
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, Tsunami Fly Mitchell. He's having a listening party at Club Icon in McKeesport next month on the 16th. And, you know, I'm just going to come and show my support, you know, see what the music is headed for. I've been there before, but, yeah, I just wanted to be there and show my support. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, man. Shout out to Tsunami Fly, PK, Pretty Christy,
Yeah, shout out to them.
the whole Lame Gang and their
Gang.
movement.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it for some time now, putting it down, and Tsunami Fly Guy. I know him by many different names. I've seen bros come up, and he's certainly one of the ones who don't mind getting his hands dirty, and is always in it, doing his thing, and putting on for the scene, man. So shout out that whole gang and their movement and everything they got going on. If y'all get a chance and y'all in the area, go to the release party. You might run into the Cool brother there, and y'all can go ahead and talk and chop it up with him.
Yeah.
But for now, man, I want to thank everybody who joined us on the live stream, everyone who catched us post live stream on YouTube.
Yes.
Make sure y'all like, share, comment. Make sure y'all get down and subscribe to the Bunch of Bull page. We got a whole bunch of dope things going on. We got that On That Bullshit freestyle series that we're doing right now with the mic drops. Are we previewing one?
Yeah, I'm able to.
Yeah. So we got the On That Bullshit freestyles that we're doing right now. We got a lot of dope things that we're doing to create content for artists that we're helping out with. Who's going to be on the next one? Which one are we dropping next? AGB Green.
Or Len Green, rather.
Len Green. We got him on that bullshit freestyle. So we're gonna go ahead and preview that now. And this is gonna be released on Wednesday, Jess? Monday. This one, we're gonna drop this one on Monday.
Make sure you pay attention in any situation. I know it's been a minute, but something's teaching me patience. I'll listen till you finish without many reservations. I'ma go and get it without any hesitations for the win. Cause this is how I live since a kid. Not too many understand. This is part of who I am. I've been dreaming cause I can. Ice them out, they wasn't moving with the plan. Cause he get caught up in the jam, I don't know if he gon' stand. On the principles on how to move and be a man. You're not invincible, this shit'll turn and hit the fan. You say you was a friend, but only moving for them bands. Okay, yeah, and I can say that she's a 10. But I don't like the way she move, but I just love the way she bend. Yeah, shit, and I'm just keeping it real. Shit, this is shit you should feel. I'm just keeping it real. This is shit you should feel. I'm just keeping it real. Shit, this is shit you should feel.
Yeah, man, that's all a part of the On That Bullshit freestyle series. We're gonna be dropping those once a week. Different artists that y'all can preview, and you see how we coming, man.
We may be doing it twice a week, Mondays and Wednesdays.
Oh, my mistake. We may be doing it twice a week, 2 drops a week. That's how we coming.
Nice.
Keeping the pressure going. Different artists you'll see, and make sure y'all follow those artists and see what they got going on, and make sure y'all tune into the world's dopest, because we're gonna be previewing them things every week, man. Just like that. Yeah. And I want to thank you for coming out, Malik, man. It's always a pleasure to get up with you and connect with you, brother.
Likewise, good brother. Yes. It was a pleasure to be on the world's dopest podcast with this good brother, Mr. Marley, right here.
Yes, sir.
Bunch of Bull Studios. So yeah, I would love to come back for the 3rd time.
Yes, sir, man.
So yeah.
Yeah, we could bust it up in a whole different way, man. Yeah. But it's always good to see what you got going on and your dedication to the entertainment business. And like I said, your genuine support for everyone means a lot, bro. So I appreciate you once again.
Yeah, thank you.
Coming down,
Thank you,
man. Thank you so much.
No doubt, man. No doubt.
And I appreciate y'all for joining us. Until next time, we'll see y'all next Saturday. We got another special guest with us. And until then, I just want to say peace.
Peace.